The galaxy was full of powerful empires. Some had ruled for thousands of years. Some had fleets that could destroy a planet in seconds. And all of them laughed when they heard Earth was joining the Galactic Council. Earth was new, small, weak. No one took them seriously. The council chamber floated above a dying star. It was a giant space station, big enough to hold ships from 100 worlds. Every species had sent their strongest leaders. They were proud of their technology, proud of their weapons. Then Earth's fleet arrived, 12 ships, old, slow, covered in gray metal, no glowing shields, no plasma weapons. They looked like they belonged in a museum. The laughter began. "Are those cargo ships?" one alien general said. "I've seen pirate fleets stronger than that," another chuckled. News drone flew close to the human flagship, broadcasting live. Millions across the galaxy watched the humans with amusement. On the screen, the human ships looked even worse up close. Rust marks, simple engines, weak scanners. A voice from a tall, insect-like admiral echoed across the chamber. "Earth," it said, "you may observe the council, but you are not ready for command. Not with ships like those." The human ambassador stood calmly. His name was Commander Elias Ward. He wore a plain black uniform, no medals, no golden badges. He had gray hair and a face full of scars. He looked like a man who had seen too many battles. He walked to the center of the council floor and spoke in a calm, low voice. "We did not come to impress you with shine and color," Ward said. "We came to learn, and to offer what little we have." More laughter. An alien from the Trinok Empire slammed its claw on the table. "You offer little because you are little," it growled. "Leave the wars to real warriors." Ward didn't reply. He just nodded once, turned, and walked away. But someone else was watching. Admiral Ulick of the Sarathi Alliance didn't laugh. His 4 eyes focused on the human commander. He saw something strange. No fear, no anger, just patience. And something colder. Planning. After the council meeting, the humans made a request. They wanted to join the war games. The war games were yearly tests of power. Every empire sent fleets to battle in a safe, controlled area. No real deaths, just tactics, skill, and technology. The winning fleet gained honor and fear. Most laughed. Again. "Let them play," said one empire. "It will be a good show." The humans were allowed to join. The date was set. The whole galaxy waited. 2 weeks later, the war games began in Sector X-49, an empty part of space near a black hole. Giant cameras floated above the battlefield, recording every move. The other fleets arrived with great pride. Bright colors, huge ships, perfect formation, energy shields glowing, advanced fighters flying in circles like birds. Then came the humans. 12 ships again. Still gray, still slow, still ugly. "Do they even have weapons?" a drone whispered to its audience. The countdown started. 4, 3, 2, 1. The games began. In the first 5 minutes, something strange happened. The human fleet vanished from sensors. All 12 ships disappeared. "What trick is this?" someone shouted. "It must be broken tech," said another. But it wasn't. Earth had done something impossible, cloaked their ships. Real cloaking was rare, expensive, and hard. Only 3 species had it. Now humans had it too. The other fleet searched, scanned, and fired blindly. Then one by one, ships began to fall. Not human ships, theirs. A huge battlecruiser from the Glarn Dominion exploded from the inside. A stealth ship from the Dalari Union was caught in a trap, mines, that appeared out of nowhere. The humans struck with strange tactics, not fast, not flashy, but smart. Every attack was planned, every move had a counter. "They know our formations," an admiral yelled. "They studied us," shouted another. After an hour, half the fleets were disabled. The humans still hadn't lost a single ship. No one laughed anymore. Back on the council station, Admiral Ulek leaned forward, staring at the screen. "They came to learn," he said slowly. "And they learned faster than anyone." Someone whispered. "Maybe we were wrong about Earth." Commander Ward watched the screen quietly. Behind him, human officers worked with focus, speaking little. One young officer turned to Ward. "Should we show them more?" he asked. Ward shook his head. "Not yet," he said. "Let them think this is all we have." The war games were more than just training. They were tradition. Every year, the galaxy's strongest fleets gathered to test their power. Billions watched the battles live across every world. Victories brought honor, defeats brought shame. This year, for the first time, Earth was allowed to join. The galaxy expected a joke. After all, humans were still new. Their technology was old, their ships were small. Most thought Earth would lose in the first round. But the humans had a plan. A quiet, careful plan. The day of the games, the war games began in deep space, far from any planets. This zone was marked by invisible walls. No real death, only combat until a ship's shields reached zero. Then it would auto-shut down and float, harmless. 20 fleets entered. The Glarn Dominion sent their fire fangs, fast and cruel. The Sarathi Alliance came with wave fighters, sharp and bright. The Trinok Empire arrived with giant crushers, massive. Ships with thick armor. Then came Earth, just 12 ships again. Slow, gray, dull. The same laughter started, but it didn't last long. One alien admiral looked closer. "Wait, those aren't the same ships." He was right. The human ships looked similar, but had small differences. New panels, extra cannons, strange antennas. "They've been upgraded," the admiral muttered. "Since last week." The countdown begins as the timer ticked down. Every fleet activated battle mode. Shields flared up. Weapons powered, fighters launched, but Earth's ships sat still. No movement, no sound. Were they sleeping? The announcer voice echoed across the feed. "War games start in 3, 2, 1, begin." Instantly, the sky was filled with beams, missiles, and plasma blasts. Ships zipped forward in attack patterns. Explosions lit up the black space. But the humans? They vanished. Not just from view, from all sensors. "Where are they?" someone shouted. "Did they leave the game zone?" "No, they're still inside, but undetectable." Confusion turned to fear. Only 3 species in the galaxy had true cloaking tech. Earth was not one of them. Until now. "They copied it," whispered a scientist. "In 1 week, they copied cloaking." The first strike minutes passed. The Glarn Dominion was first to fall. One of their lead cruisers suddenly exploded from inside. Not from a missile, but a hacking virus. A human drone had entered their system through their own comms network. "How did they break our firewall?" a Glarn commander screamed. Too late. 4 more Glarn ships shut down, completely blind. Then, silent torpedoes struck from nowhere. Earth's fleet had begun the hunt, not with brute force, but with speed, stealth, and dirty tricks. The Sarathi tried to form a shield wall. Humans launched tiny decoy ships full of heat and metal, tricking sensors. Sarathi blasted them, thinking they were real. While they wasted shots, the real human ships circled behind and shut down their engines with EMP. Bursts one by one, alien ships fell, each in a different way. Some were tricked, some were hacked, some were simply outsmarted. Panic in the council back at the council station. Panic was rising. "This isn't possible," an alien diplomat shouted. "They're using illegal tactics." "No rules were broken," Admiral Ulek said coldly. "We just never thought someone would fight like this." The broadcast zoomed in on the human command ship. Still dull, still gray, but now terrifying. Inside the ship, Commander Ward stood silently. He watched the live battle on a screen. His officers spoke quickly, but without fear. "Enemy formation collapsing," said one. "Next virus loaded," said another. Ward raised one hand. Send it. Just 2 words. Calm. Measured. A moment later, a Trinoc flagship spun out of control. Then, blackout. The final blow, only 3 fleets remained now. The Trinoc, the Sarathi, and Earth. The 2 alien fleets, scared and confused, decided to join forces. Together, one admiral said, we'll crush the humans. They formed a tight wall, shielded on all sides. No openings, no weak spots. They waited and waited, but the attack never came. Then their own map turned against them. Red dots appeared inside their wall. Inside. Impossible, someone cried. Nothing passed through. But it was already over. The human fleet had not attacked from outside. They had sent drones days ago, before the games began. Those drones had waited, silent, hidden. Now they woke up, inside the enemy fleet. One final explosion lit up the screen. All remaining alien ships shut down. Only Earth remained. Winner. Earth. Shock. Across the galaxy, billions watched in silence. Not one human ship was destroyed. Not one move was wasted, from weak to unstoppable, in just days. How? Someone whispered. They studied us, Admiral Ulick said, and now they know how we fight better than we do. Commander Ward appeared on screen. He said only one thing. We do not come in war, but we know how to win one. Then the screen went black. The war games were over. Earth had won, but it wasn't just a victory. It was a message. The galaxy had laughed at humanity. Now it was quiet. Every fleet, every empire, every leader asked the same question. How did they win? A secret meeting on the Sarathi homeworld, a group of high commanders sat around a dark table. Admiral Ulick stood at the front, showing a replay of the war games. We did not lose because of weak weapons, he said. We lost because we did not understand their minds. One alien raised a hand. You think humans are smarter? Ulick shook his head. Not smarter, just different. He played a second clip. Human ships surrounded a Trinoc fleet, but didn't fire. Instead, they waited, then they attacked from behind, using the enemy's own blind spot. No one had done that before. Look at their moves, Ulick said. They act like hunters, not soldiers. They fight to win, not to impress. On Earth, back on Earth, inside a secret command base, Commander Ward watched war simulations on a screen. Old wars, human wars, World War II, cyber wars, orbital conflicts. Each battle showed something. Humans had spent centuries fighting each other. They had fought dirty, they had fought smart, and they had never stopped learning. Behind him, a young officer asked, Sir, why didn't we show them our best weapons? Ward replied, Because the moment they know your best move, they learn how to stop it. He turned to the others. Let them think they've seen everything. Alien Council discussion. The Galactic Council held an emergency meeting. Some members were angry. They cheated, yelled the Trinic ambassador. They broke the spirit of the games. But the rules said otherwise. Earth had followed every rule. They had just used them in a way no one expected. They never fought like us, said one council member. They fought like survivors. The room fell silent. Yes, survivors. Humanity came from a dying world. Polluted air, climate disasters, endless wars. But those same struggles made humans sharp, fast, and ruthless. They were not used to peace. They were built for war. The File 1 curious alien hacker from the Dalric species broke into Earth's military archives. What he found shocked him. Thousands of battle plans, simulations of alien fleet types, before first contact even happened. Maps of likely weak spots in alien ship design. Earth had been preparing for war for years. Even before the Council invited them, Earth was studying every race, every ship, every weapon. They were never slow, the hacker said. They were always watching. Flashback, the hidden plan 5 years earlier. Earth's top generals sat in a dark war room. The screen showed alien broadcasts, news, council debates, fleet shows. "Look how they laugh at us," one general said. Commander Ward replied, "Let them laugh. We'll build in the shadows." They studied every alien movement. They built ships that looked weak but were filled with tricks. They didn't copy alien tech. They improved it. And they trained their pilots not to fight like aliens, but like humans, with emotion, with instinct, with fire. A warning. After the war games, a message was sent across the galaxy. It was short, just 4 words. "You underestimated the wrong species." No one knew who sent it. Some said it was Earth, some said it was someone else, someone who had seen what was coming. Fear and respect now, alien leaders looked at Earth differently, not as weak, not as new, but as dangerous. Admiral Ulek stood on the Sarathi Bridge watching Earth's fleet on the screen. "They don't fight for pride," he said. "They fight because they know how fast peace can break." He turned to his officers. "Next time, we don't wait. We strike first." But deep inside, even Ulek was unsure. Would striking first even work? Because now everyone knew. Humanity didn't just fight wars, they won them. Meanwhile, on Earth, inside a dark hangar, engineers worked on something new. A ship, bigger than the last ones. Sleek, silent, powerful. Commander Ward walked past the glowing hull. He looked up and said softly, "They saw our first move." He paused. "They won't survive the second." In the heart of the galaxy, far from war zones and fleets, lived a quiet race called the Varn. They were small, soft-skinned, and slow to move. They had no weapons, no warships, no armies. For centuries, the galaxy ignored them. "They are too weak to matter," other species said. But the Varn had one gift. They watched, and they remembered everything. After the war games, the galaxy was still, shaken by Earth's victory. The humans had embarrassed the strongest fleets. One by one, empires sent spies to Earth, hoping to learn how they fought. But most returned with nothing. Earth was careful. Too careful? Then someone remembered the Varn. "They listen to everything," said a Sarathi officer. "If anyone knows Earth's secrets, it's them." A group of council envoys was sent to the Varn's moon world. They found the Varn in floating cities, quiet, simple, calm. The Varn leader, a pale being with golden eyes, welcomed them. "We saw your war games," he said. "You always see everything," the Trinook envoy said. "What did you see in the humans?" The Varn leader was silent for a moment. Then he said one word. "Danger." The Watcher's record. The Varn never built weapons, but their mind tech was advanced. They recorded every signal, every movement, every word from across the stars. They showed the envoys what they had seen. Humans building underground bunkers before they had contact with aliens. Satellites tracking alien ship patterns years in advance. Simulations of alien weaknesses before the Galactic Council ever shared their data. "They prepared before anyone noticed them," said the Varn. "But how?" one envoy asked. The Varn leader blinked slowly, because they thought no one would help them. Earth's loneliness. The Varn showed recordings from Earth's early broadcasts before they joined the council. In one clip, a human child asked on a news show, "Will aliens come to save us?" The answer from the host was cold. "No, no one's coming. We save ourselves." The room went quiet. That one sentence explained everything. Humans did not trust the galaxy. They did not wait for help. They watched, planned, studied. They became strong because they felt alone. A different kind of power. The Sarathi envoy asked, "But they have no empires, no colonies, just one small world. How did they rise so fast?" The Varn leader gave a sad smile. "Because fear sharpens the mind, and loneliness sharpens the soul." Then he leaned forward. "And while you laughed at their old ships, they were watching you." He waved a hand. The screen changed to show secret council meetings, private conversations thought to be secure. Somehow, Earth had recordings. "Impossible," a council envoy shouted. That chamber was sealed, the Varn just replied. To the galaxy, humans are new. But to the humans, the galaxy is late. Back on Earth, in Earth's underground command center, Commander Ward stood before a group of new recruits. He pointed at a map of the galaxy filled with red dots. These are our watchers, he said. They hide in every system, every empire, every fleet. One recruit raised a hand. Even in the council? Ward didn't answer. He just nodded once. Then he said, We're not building an empire. We're building knowledge. The next war won't be fought with ships. It'll be won with what we know before the first shot is fired. The quiet. Before the storm, the Varn sent a final warning to the Galactic Council. Earth will not attack first, but if attacked, they will not stop. The Council argued for days. Should we ban them? Should we attack first? Should we spy harder? But one council member, an old diplomat, said something different. Maybe we should ask them to lead. Everyone laughed. No one laughed when Earth responded. Earth's message. The humans sent a simple message, broadcast in all known languages. We are not your enemies, but we are not your prey. Watch us, and we will watch you back. In the shadows on a moon near the galaxy's edge, a small black drone powered up. No lights, no sound. It rose into the stars and joined thousands of others, each watching a different empire. Not to attack, not to conquer, just to prepare. Because Earth had learned the greatest lesson from their dying world. The powerful rule today. The watchful rule forever. The galaxy had seen many threats, planet killers, void beasts, AI rebellions, but none of them caused the same fear that now came from Earth. Why? Because Earth was not the strongest, not the biggest, not the oldest, but it was the fastest to learn, and that scared everyone. Council debate, panic in progress. Inside the council hall, chaos filled the air. The leaders of 30 species argued over one topic. What do we do about Earth? They learn too quickly. They're copying everything. They're building new tech faster than we can track. One alien slammed the table. They copied cloaking tech in 7 days. That took us 200 years. Another shouted, they broke our encryption. They mimicked our ships. What's next? Only one elder counselor remained quiet. Then he spoke. Next, they lead. The room went silent. On the human moon base, Project Raven deep under the surface of Earth's moon, a top-secret program, was running. Project Raven. Inside, young human scientists sat in front of glowing screens. Some were barely adults. They weren't warriors. They weren't pilots. They were learners. Artificial intelligence simulations filled the room. Alien languages, alien engines, alien war tactics fed into machines and minds non-stop. Commander Ward walked through the lab, watching. He asked one, "Scientist, what's the limit?" The boy looked up. "There isn't one, sir. Not anymore." The Sarathi spy's report. A Sarathi spy finally returned from Earth after 3 months hidden inside a city. His report stunned the council. Earth doesn't train soldiers the way we do, he said. They train thinkers, programmers, hackers, engineers. Children grow up with war simulations as games. He paused, then added, and they adapt faster than we react. The report ended with a chilling sentence. They don't just study how to fight us. They study how we think. Simulation room. The impossible win back on Earth in a massive underground simulation chamber. Commander Ward watched a strange test. 12 human students, aged 14 to 18, were placed into a virtual galaxy war. The scenario? Fight off 5 alien fleets using only old tech. Outcome expected. Complete failure. But within 30 minutes, the students had created a fake distress signal to trick one enemy into retreating. A virus to jam another fleet's engines, a mining asteroid turned into a weapon. They won the battle with 0 losses. Ward smiled. We don't need more soldiers, he whispered. We need more minds. Alien leaders in fear in the high. Orbit command post of the Trinok Empire. A general watched Earth's new Academy broadcasts. What is this? He asked. Education feed, his officer replied. They stream it to their whole planet. The general frowned. They're showing kids how to break code? How to build bombs? The officer nodded. They call it open learning. The general stood up, eyes wide. Then every child on Earth is being trained for war. No, sir, the officer replied. For victory. The message no one expected one day, Earth sent a transmission to the Galactic Council. No threats, no demands, just data. Thousands of files, improved versions of alien tech. Faster engines, safer shields, cleaner energy. A note came with it. We do not wish to rule. We only wish to rise. If we grow, we all grow. Some believed it, some didn't, but no one could deny this. Earth was building bridges and blueprints. The Trinok plot knot, all species wanted peace. Deep in the Trinok war room, plans were being made. Strike now, said the Trinok Prime, while they're still growing. But their tech is strong, said one admiral. Then we use fear, the Prime said. Frame them, break their name, turn the galaxy against them. Earth's secret weapon, the listener, unbeknownst to the Trinok, Earth had a secret AI, codename, the listener. It lived inside their communication systems, hidden deep. It didn't speak, it didn't move, it just listened, and it had already heard everything, plans, lies, traps. Now, Earth was watching and learning again. The closing warning commander. Ward stood before Earth's global leaders. He said only this: the galaxy fears how fast we learn, but they haven't seen how fast we adapt. The stars were quiet, but Earth's leaders knew the silence meant only one thing. A storm was coming. Earth had shocked the galaxy. They had won the war games. They had learned faster than anyone expected. And now, the galaxy was afraid. So afraid they were ready to lie, to cheat, to kill. The Council's secret plan. In a hidden meeting chamber on a dead moon, 5 empires gathered in secret. The Sarathi, the Trinok, the Kellan Swarm, the Rax Dominion, and the Veil Syndicate. Each had lost face after Earth's rise. Each wanted revenge. But not open war. Not yet. They grow fast, said the Kellan Queen. Too fast. We strike now, said the Trinok Prime, before they grow teeth. But Earth will see it coming, the Sarathi warned. Not if we use their weakness, said the Vial. What weakness? The Vial grinned. Their hope. The bait. 2 weeks later, a fake distress call was sent across the galaxy. It came from the edge of the void, a dangerous region filled with dead planets and lost ships. The call claimed a small colony of peaceful Veil scientists was trapped. Radiation. Storms, ship failures. No way to escape. The Veil begged the Galactic Council for help, but the Council refused. They claimed they couldn't risk their fleets. Of course, Earth heard the call too, and as expected, they answered. On Earth's command ship, Dawnblade Commander. Ward stared at the signal. His officers stood in silence. They want us to look like heroes, Ward said. But it's a test, maybe worse. His second-in-command, Captain Ray, nodded. They want a reaction. If we save the colony, we win. Hearts. If we die, they erase us. Ward looked at the stars. They're betting on us being kind. Ray replied, Are we? Ward smiled slightly. We're kind, not stupid. The mission begins. 3 Earth ships were sent. Not warships, rescue-class vessels, fast and small, but secretly, inside them were new systems. Cloak pulse sensors, mimic drones. Darknet AI defense. Earth didn't go in blind. They knew it was a trap. They just didn't know how deep the trap went. The arrival, when Earth ships reached the colony's last coordinates, they found a broken Vial science vessel. Bodies floated outside. Heat signatures faint. Captain Ray scanned everything. Energy trails, she said. Too clean. Too perfect. It looked like a disaster, but it smelled like a setup. Still, The team landed. The hidden army. What Earth didn't see was that hidden. Inside the nearby asteroid belt, 20 Trinoc warships waited under full stealth. Their orders were clear. Wait for the humans to land. Jam their systems, cut their escape, destroy them completely. The attack would look like an accident. No proof, no witnesses. But there was one problem. Earth had sent a ghost. The ghost ship, revenant unknown to the attackers. Earth had sent a fourth ship. It had no ID signal, no engine trail. It was a new kind of vessel, a Shadow-class battle scout. Codename, Revenant. The Revenant had only one job, watch. It saw the Trinoc ships hiding. It heard their comms. It recorded everything, and it waited until the perfect moment. The double players. The Trinoc launched their ambush. Earth's rescue ships began to power down, as if caught off guard. But inside, every crew member already wore combat gear. The ships turned. Dark, then, exploded outward, but not in fire, in drones. Thousands of silent, self-guided units swarmed into space, jamming the jammers, blinding the attackers. Then Earth's voice cut through the Trinoc's systems. Nice trap. Ours is better. Battle. In the void, the fight was fast, faster than any alien expected. Earth's drones didn't fight like ships. They didn't use alien patterns. They danced, shifted, split. They acted like a virus, infecting systems, crashing engines, turning ships against each other. In just 6 minutes, half the Trinoc fleet was dead. The rest jumped away in panic. Proof. And broadcast from the Revenant, Earth sent out the full recording of the attack. The fake distress call, the hidden warships, the voices of the council members planning it all. The galaxy saw it all. The reaction anger, shock, fear. Even neutral species turned against the council. How could they betray their own laws? Earth saved lives and got punished for it. Is Earth the enemy, or the only honest one left? Back on Earth, Commander Ward stood in the Great Hall facing Earth's leaders. We went in knowing it was a trap, he said, and we turned it into a test. One general asked, "What now?" Ward looked at the stars. Now, they know we see everything. The galaxy was still reeling. The trap meant to destroy Earth had failed. Worse, it had exposed the Council's lies. Earth's proof was clear. Video, audio, names. The galaxy watched, and many changed their minds. Some still feared Earth, but now even more began to respect them, and a few began to follow them. The broadcast that changed. Everything on the 7th rotation after the trap, Earth sent out a message, not just to the Council, but to every ship, station, and world across the stars. The message was simple. A calm voice. A black. Screen. No music. Just words. You tried to break us quietly. You failed loudly. Earth is no longer silent. Earth is no longer alone. Then came the 4 final words. This is the doctrine. What was the doctrine? At first, many were confused. What was the Earth doctrine? Then the file was shared, translated into over 500 alien tongues. It wasn't a threat. It was a set of rules. Not for war, for survival. The doctrine said, know first, never act without understanding. Adapt always. What worked yesterday may fail tomorrow. Strike last, end. First, only attack when necessary, but end conflict fast. Never be hunted. Again, if hunted, become the storm. Share strength, not weakness. Help others rise, but never kneel. The galaxy reacts. The Galactic Council called it dangerous propaganda. But on many worlds, people whispered, they make sense. They don't want war. They want respect. They fight smarter, not louder. Soon, new fleets were being trained, not to attack Earth, but to learn like Earth. In dark corners of the galaxy, some empires began to copy the doctrine. Others rejected it, out of pride, out of fear, but no one ignored it. Inside Earth Command Commander. Ward stood before a map of shifting alliances. Old enemies were now silent. Former neutrals were now curious. He turned to his team. "We didn't ask for power," he said, "but now we have it." His advisors looked uneasy. "Should we lead?" one asked. Ward answered slowly. "We don't lead with ships. We lead with proof." The first Earth allies on the edge of Council space, 3 smaller species made a bold choice. The Fivari, the Olin, the Varn. They announced open alliance with Earth, not for protection, but for co-learning. The Varn sent their data archives. The Fivari sent star maps unknown to the Council. The Olin shared tech secrets locked for centuries. Together, they formed the Unity Net, a shared info web between Earth and its allies. No weapons, just knowledge, but in the galaxy. Knowledge is power. The Council's last move desperate, the Council passed a new law. Any species that supports Earth's doctrine is a threat to galactic order. They called it the Isolation Pact, but it was too late. Messages flooded in from across the stars. "We are not your order. We choose to rise. We follow those who learn." New Earth projects back on Earth, secret construction began. Project Beacon, a new kind of communication array faster than Council tech. Project Eclipse, a stealth fleet, invisible to known scanners. Project Genesis, something bigger, unknown even to most of Earth's own officers. Commander. Ward only said, "It won't destroy stars. It will change how stars are seen." Whatever that meant, it made the Council nervous. Very nervous. The shift in the stars, the galaxy was no longer the same. No more laughing at primitive Earth. No more calling them slow learners. Now they were trendsetters. The weak looked to Earth for wisdom. The strong watched Earth with fear. And in the shadows, new enemies planned something bigger. A final test, a desperate strike, because they knew. If Earth survives what's coming next, Earth will rule the future. The galaxy was divided. Some feared Earth, others followed it. But one truth was clear. Earth had changed everything. Where once they were mocked, now they were watched, respected, and hated. So, the remaining powers made a choice. A final move. A last gamble. A weapon from the past. In the cold space beyond the Trinox system, ancient machines woke up, buried deep in forgotten space. A forbidden superweapon stirred. It was called the Hollow Flame. Not made by the Trinoc, not made by any species alive today. It was left behind by the precursors, the First Empire, long extinct. It could erase entire planets. And now, it had new targets. The Secret Alliance 6 empires gathered in secret. They had once fought each other. Now they stood united by fear. Not of Earth's weapons, not of Earth's ships, but of Earth's ideas. Their plan was simple. Use the Hollow Flame. Destroy Earth in one shot. Make it look like an accident. Blame a rogue AI. They called it Project Silence. The listener speaks, but Earth had an eye everywhere. The AI called the listener, Earth's silent watcher, detected strange signals from the void. It spoke just once to Commander Ward. "They are reaching into the past. To destroy your future," Ward ordered full alert. But no fear showed on his face, only fire. "So, they play their last card," he said. "Let's show them we still have one to play. The reveal of Project Genesis across Earth's orbit. Something massive uncloaked. It was not a ship, not a weapon. It was something new. Project Genesis. A space-borne living station, half AI, half nature, built to absorb, redirect, and rewrite cosmic energy. It was not built to destroy. It was built to survive anything, even a weapon like the Hollow Flame. And it was awake. The battle that never happened as the ancient weapon approached Earth. The galaxy watched. Tension filled every corner of space. But Earth did not fire missiles. They did not launch ships. Instead, Project Genesis opened its core. A field of golden light spread around Earth like a star being born. When the hollow flame fired, nothing happened. No explosion, no shockwave. The energy Dakra was absorbed, neutralized, transformed. The truth unleashed. Then Earth sent one more message to the galaxy. They revealed the entire plan of Project Silence, the lies, the alliance, the stolen weapon, the proof. Every species received it, even those who hated Earth, even the ones who plotted against them. The truth was out. There was no more denying it. The collapse of the old powers, the 6 empires who tried to destroy Earth, lost everything. Allies left them. Citizens turned on them. Their fleets fell into disarray. They had not just lost a war, they had lost the right to lead. The Galactic Council was dissolved. New chapter had begun. Earth's final words Earth did not celebrate. There was no parade, no crowning moment, just one final message sent out in calm voice. We came late to the stars. We were mocked, tested, hunted, but we never stopped learning. And now we teach, not with fear, but with truth. Years later, a new galaxy, a decade passed. Children on alien worlds studied Earth's doctrine in their schools. Ships built using Earth's shared tech moved across peaceful trade routes. War was not gone, but it was rarer. And Earth? Earth did not rule. They simply guided. A species once laughed at had now become the architects of a better galaxy.